everybody, welcome to Running Reimagined. For those of you that don't know, my name is Coach Dylan, and this segment is the build up to the White River 50 mile. This is video number 13. The idea behind this segment is to be able to teach the things I'm learning, the things I'm going through, so you can be able to learn from this experience and also be able to draw some inspiration. This segment I'm going to be completely transparent about my training, the things I'm going through, which I've never really done before. You can be able to follow me on Strava. It's going to include usually one tip, kind of a tip of the day, hopefully to be able to help your running, and then an update on my training and where I think I'm going from here. All right, so the theme of today's tip is to be patient. And what does that mean? So today on my long run, it kind of epitomized, the last 4 weeks really. And I was listening to a podcast and they were really talking about how long it takes to build an aerobic base and how patient you have to be, and how much slower you have to run than you think you do. I'm taking a completely different approach to this build up to the White River 50 mile, different than I ever have, which is to really slow down and build myself back up again. If you're not familiar with me, at the beginning of January, I was probably in the worst shape I've ever been in. I weighed more than I've ever weighed. And to this point, I was able to do a lot of general fitness, lifestyle changes in January, early February, and then the last 4 weeks I've been consistently running now. I've lost a lot of weight. I'm down 20 pounds, so now I'm really close to my running weight. Things are really starting to click, and today I had a 15-mile run, and the thing that keeps coming up, I keep trying to hold myself back, because for this first 6 to really 8, maybe even longer weeks are just going to be, long, slow miles, really building a base, allowing my aerobic system to build up, keeping my heart rate low is the goal. So the theme that keeps coming up is I'll be on this run and I'll be, starting to get into rhythm, and then I'll feel my pace start to pick up and I'll feel my effort level. I can just start to feel my heart rate tip up a little bit, and then I'll remind myself, hey, slow down, back off. We're not doing this today. I'm running much slower than I really ever have. And the idea behind it is to build, put in a lot of miles, so then by the time I start to put in the kind of the speed work, or some of the tempo runs, some of the harder efforts, I'm gonna have a really strong base, so then I can be able to peak even higher. So to give you an idea of paces, this is something that I think runners can take personal, and again, this is me just being open and transparent about where I am right now, and also understanding that it doesn't matter really where your pace is. We're all going through the same stuff. So when I was in college and I would go out for an easy run, the biggest mistake I would make was that the easy runs weren't really easy. And I don't know if I can really remember too many runs in college where the last few miles of the run weren't right around like a 6 minute or below pace. It just didn't happen. And I think that was a huge mistake. I wasn't able to recover, and it made it really, really hard to, perform well in races. And so this year I've decided to really go back and rebuild myself, and if I could take everything I learned from the last 12 to 15 years of running, what would I do to just start over? And so that's really what I'm doing all the way up to the 50 mile, which is July 27th. I'm just completely starting over. And that entails really just taking a step back and slowing down and keeping my heart rate down, building a base or a foundation to be able to really move forward. And so right now I'm running, I think the average pace today was 8:14, and I started out, and I think my first mile was like 9:50, which and again, I'm not meaning to offend anybody. This is just where I'm at right now. before I would never have run a 10-minute mile or a 9:30 mile, or I never would have sat in the 8-minute range. But I'm not fitness level. I'm not where I was, where I could go out and just run 6-minute miles and it wasn't a big deal. And that's I just have to understand that. And I will get back there, but I'm gonna get back there by doing it in the right way and taking the proper steps to get there. And it takes a lot of patience. And in the last 4 weeks that have really been running, solid running training for me, I've hit right around 40 to 43 miles for the last 3 weeks. This week is going to be about 47. I'm hoping to hit 47 to 50 miles, over the next couple weeks. And just being really consistent with my training, but allowing these runs to be really easy so I can really build up my fitness level. So then when I do start to put in that work, I can be really, really strong. One real benefit I feel like I've gained from slowing down is the mental benefit of, I feel like I'm enjoying the process so much more of this training. Obviously, it's easy to say that when you're not going out and pushing yourself hard every single day, but when I did that for so long and now I'm taking a different approach, I'm interested and I'm curious, and I can start to feel these fitness gains. And like I was saying, at the beginning of January I was in the worst shape I've ever been in. Now I'm starting to get back and I can start to feel it. And so now it's the most important thing is that I stay disciplined. And I think that's the most important lesson that you can learn as well, is just to stay disciplined. And I think most people run faster than they think they should. And it just comes down to discipline and pacing. So I guess if there's one tip or one theme that I feel like I could help people with based on the things I'm going through right now, it's just to be disciplined, be patient, and to slow down on your easy runs. And ultimately it sounds counterintuitive, but slowing down is going to allow you to run faster. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you know somebody else who would benefit from it, please share it with them. It's our goal to help as many runners as possible, and we feel that using these social media platforms are the best way to do it. So have a great day, guys, and take care.